Pro tips.
And pro tips is this. Hey, somebody's looking to get their first laundromat. What do they need to know that's going to help set them on the path to success?
Do the work. And what I mean by do the work is don't expect to come in and within a week or a month buy your first laundromat. And don't get me wrong, there's chances and there's opportunities. I mean, right now to buy your first laundromat, I can speak for my given area of the world. Inventory is low right now, and inventory is probably at an all-time low within the Mid-Atlantic area as far as what stores are available. So do your work. And yeah. I mean, do your work. And I mean, even things to where, you target a given area based on where you live and an area that you see as a good opportunity, and go in and see some of the store owners, see some of the store owners that are possibly looking to retire or whatever the case is. And they just haven't pulled the trigger and listing it with an agent or listing it for sale themselves or whatever the case is. Talk to them and see if they would be willing. I've also seen that has worked out well with some store owners, to where in a scenario that works out like that same store owner is willing to do like some, actual decent training to get you in the business because, he built it and that's his baby type of thing. So, and then also outside of that, whether it be a broker, so a business broker for finding a location, or, if potentially you're looking to build a laundromat for your first store, a lease broker, that's going to bring good locations to you. And that's something I know it's difficult. I mean, I've been through it, but building a good relationship and somebody who's going to be honest and work hard for you and have the best interest to try to take you from one location into a second or third location. That's the guy you want. So, at the same time, I mentioned it before, and it becomes more important as you have more and more stores, but, setting up a proper insurance relationship and an attorney for lease review and all that good stuff. And then I would probably wrap up with saying, I know it's difficult, and there's a lot of things out there on the internet. Distributors are the devil, but do your research, have a conversation and multiple conversations, and find a distributor that is willing to help you. Also find a distributor that's out beating the streets as well and knows the area, knows the industry, and they're not just sitting behind a desk taking orders and selling equipment. Find somebody who knows laundromats. Find somebody who understands the pain that you're going to have when you get a telephone call because your laundromat is flooding in the middle of the night. That's the type of distributor, and that's the type of individual who has the experience and is also going to understand what your personal needs are and what you need to find in a location, so that when he comes across a customer who's looking to sell, or when he comes across a location from a broker or landlord or whatever, he can bring it to you and say, hey, this is available. And then the last thing is the financial relationship. Talking with a proper financial representative to give you recommendation on how you set yourself up to buy or to build, and what you need to do and how you need to do it. And then you basically will take that and go through the process from bank to distributor to broker, all the way down the line to set that up. And then have a realistic expectation. Once again, don't think that it's going to happen in the first week or the first month. I wouldn't recommend, I'm a pretty aggressive person. You start taking, I've been researching for a year, 2 years, 3 years about buying a laundromat. This industry, any business, it's going to run you over.
Okay. Listen, man, I just asked for a tip, not a master class.
I'm sorry.
No, that was awesome, man. I mean, legit. It was like a master class on, if you're going to buy a laundromat, man, these are the things you need to know. These are the things you need to do in order to get in this business and to succeed in it. Right. And I mean, just real quick, I wanted to highlight, there's no absolute shortcut from, being a noob to laundromat success. But I think the straightest line to that is exactly what you're saying, is work with good people. And in particular, work with a good distributor, work with a good broker. If you're going to go that route, work with a good financial person, people who know the industry and people who can help you shortcut that path, or at least make your line as straight as possible to being successful in this industry. You know, don't be the lone wolf. That's what I was when I got in the industry, and it really bit me hard. And so, I mean, it's why I do this, right? To tell people, hey, don't go the way I went. You know, take the straightest line you can take. And the path to that, I'm fully convinced, I don't know, we're like 80s, high 80s of the episodes now, depending on when this comes out. You know, and one of my big takeaways is the straightest path is to work with the best people. So go find the best people. Right. And, you know, like you said, distributors are not devils, but distributors can be devils, and brokers are not devils, but brokers can be devils. And so, you know, when you work with good people, you're going to make that line straight to success, or at least as straight as possible. So I thought that was great.
You need it, whether it's store number 1 or store number 10, you still need that, you know, relationship.
Exactly. And in fact, you know, Luke Williford, who's got, I don't know, like 70 laundromats or something now, he's got a bazillion, right? And he'll say the same thing, right? Like he still works with his distributor because he's got a really great distributor and relies on them. So, I mean, super important no matter where you're at on that process. And just take it from me, you're way better off finding that person or those people who are good early on than finding them later down the line. So
that's right.
Start off with the good ones. That was awesome, man. Seriously, like a masterclass.